Coming up on 12 News First Edition, the U.S. implements a new travel ban after a new COVID variant is announced. And we'll take a look at how retailers are handling Black Friday and ensuring customers get the items they're after.
Cold temperatures and skies begin to clear overnight, plus a chance of snow for your weekend. I'll have those updates coming up as 12 News First Edition starts now.
Working for you. 12 News in high definition starts now.
Welcome to 12 News First Edition. I'm Jeena Cadigan. Don Gray has the night off. We'll start with our top story. This afternoon, multiple fire crews went to a large fire at a home in Wallace. According to the Harrison County 911 Communications Center, a call of a fire came in around 12:44 at a home on Big Elk Road. Fire departments from Folsom, Lumberport, Nutterfort, Shinston, Spelter, and Wallace went to the scene, along with Harrison County EMS. According to 911 officials, no injuries have been reported at this time. There's no word on the fire's cause or the extent of the damage. A new COVID-19 variant has health experts concerned. It's now named Omicron. The new variant, first detected in South Africa, was given the name by the World Health Organization. Officials say Omicron cases appear to be increasing in almost all of South Africa's provinces. Experts say the surge could mean it's more contagious. Testing is underway to determine if vaccines are effective against it. As a precaution, President Biden is restricting travel for non-U.S. citizens from South Africa and 7 other countries in the region starting Monday. About a dozen other countries have taken similar action, including the U.K. The drug maker Merck says its experimental COVID-19 pill is not as effective as previously reported. New data from its study shows the pill can reduce hospitalizations and deaths by 30%, down from 50% reported last month. U.S. health officials are also raising questions about the safety of the pill during pregnancy. The Food and Drug Administration will hold a public meeting next week where experts will debate the drug's benefits and risks. If the FDA gives the drug its approval, it will be the first COVID-19 pill for U.S. patients who have the virus. Today is Black Friday, and the nation's biggest shopping day is in full swing. This year, with the supply chain in crisis, more people are looking to check off their Christmas gifts earlier than ever. Jolene Kent reports.
'Tis the season to hunt for bargains.
I'm always excited to shop, so yes, I'm excited to shop this holiday.
With more than $5 billion already spent online on Thanksgiving Day, stores large and small are hoping for a big Black Friday turnout. They're offering deep discounts on everything from TVs and electronics to home goods and fitness, in person and online. But this year, the global supply chain backlog is threatening to delay deliveries or leave some shelves empty altogether. Classic gifts like board games and Lincoln Logs could be in short supply, as many of their smaller plastic pieces are stuck on cargo ships and trains.
When we're waiting for parts from all different parts of the country and the world, that's where the supply chain issues really start to foul up.
Mall of America is betting those delays will help deliver a huge turnout on Black Friday.
Are you seeing more people show up at the mall?
Yeah, I think the supply chain have people are concerned about what they're going to get online. And so being able to come to the brick and mortar space and having instant gratification of being able to get those products when they walk out the door is really important.
Still, with the pandemic pushing more shoppers online, retailers like Best Buy are rethinking how they get orders to your doorstep faster than ever.
We're seeing equal number shopping in stores and an equal number shopping online, and that continues to grow. So we needed to change our strategy.
In Eagan, Minnesota, this store's retail space was downsized by more than half. The old space converted to a warehouse, all to meet the digital demand after customers click buy. Behind the scenes, it's not Santa's elves, but dozens of pickers and packers rushing to turn your orders around.
How much faster can you get orders to customers now?
I'd say 10 times faster, because only focused on picking your product and getting it out the back door.
Making sure the items on your list make it home in time for the holidays.
As we just touched on, Americans did more than just eat turkey and watch football this Thanksgiving. They spent a lot of time shopping. Total online spending for the day was on track to reach between $5.1 billion to $5.4 billion. That's according to Adobe, which analyzes online transactions. Adobe says shoppers were spending at least $3.5 million per minute. They were taking advantage of strong discounts on toys, clothes, computers, TVs, and sporting goods. Honda Motors aims to eliminate traffic accidents by 2050 with a risk aversion system using artificial intelligence. The automaker recently showed the media its driver assistance technology currently in development. It uses AI in building the intelligent driving support technology. Existing driver assistance systems issue alerts to drivers when there are risks of accidents, such as when bicycles and pedestrians come near the car. Honda's new system analyzes whether the driver is aware of such risks. If the car detects through an eye-tracking camera that the driver does not see a pedestrian, it tightens the driver's seatbelt. Lights on the dashboard also indicate the presence of pedestrians and their moves, and they dim once the driver becomes aware of the situation. The technology is expected to prevent accidents involving drivers mistakenly stepping on the gas pedal instead of the brake pedal. We take many things for granted in life, including being able to breathe. Up next, we'll meet a man who's thankful to have regained the ability. That's next on 12 News First Edition. But first, here's Josh with our first forecast.
Thanks, Jeena. Taking a look out overnight, it's going to be clearing skies, but those temperatures are dropping substantially with another chance of snow Saturday night into Sunday before we do begin to warm up for next week. As we take a look across the region now, 30 degrees in Fairmont, 30 down in Weston, 24 in Webster Springs, and 23 over in Davis. So across the region, we are a bit chilly, especially with those winds coming in. It makes it feel like it's in the teens out currently. So if you're heading out, make sure you just bundle up. A lot of layers are always better. You can always take some off. But if we look into the overnight hours, we will get down to around 23 degrees for a low tonight with those skies clearing out, but it will be pretty clear. I'll have your full 7-day coming up in just a little bit after this break.
Follow Snowbird through all weather on WBOI. Brought to you by Bridgeport Physical Therapy.
We are now accepting appointments for individuals who want to enroll in the DUI program. If you want to enroll, call today. Appointment slots are limited each week. Call us today at 800-232-0020.
At Channel Ford, we're celebrating Thanksgiving all month long. So we've stuffed our lot with over 200 pre-owned vehicles.
And an extra helping of vehicles at Chenoweth Pre-Owned at the top of the hill.
Hundreds of cars, trucks, and SUVs, and you can drive them home immediately.
Plus, over 20 bargain vehicles under $15,000.
And we'll still make you an instant cash offer for your vehicle.
But where will we park it?
We'll find room.
We're thankful for you at Chenoweth Ford and Chenoweth Pre-Owned, your #1 full-service dealer.
Oh yeah, Archie, the Pilgrims love action. Pilgrims wore big, goofy hats with buckles on the side. One pilgrim would say, I'll bet you 2 buckles that Jebediah could beat Elijah in a foot race.
You sure about that, Caesar?
Oh yeah, Jebediah Hopkins, fast as lightning.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a history buff. I don't think that's true.
Pilgrims enjoyed betting, which is why the holiday season is such a festive time for the sports betting public.
Just carve the turkey, Caesar.
Oh, that's my queen. And you're Cooper, right?
I am.
You look fabulous tonight.
When an emergency happens, every second counts. That's why Mon Health Marion Neighborhood Hospital will offer personalized care with shorter wait times, on-site diagnostics, and comprehensive inpatient care. The best part? We're opening soon, right in Whitehall. Choose Mon Health. Feel the difference. Learn more at monhealthmarion.com.
Always updated, always on. WBOI.com and the 12 News app. Working for you. This is 12 News First Edition.
After a life-threatening battle with COVID-19 and receiving a double lung transplant, a Michigan man was grateful to be celebrating Thanksgiving with his family this year. Brittany Harris shares his story.
Dr. Khalil Masri, who is a cardiologist from Michigan, has a lot to be grateful for this Thanksgiving.
I know my stay in the house was 230 some days.
He contracted COVID-19 last year and would eventually need a double lung transplant.
Just being in the medical field, you know, I never said, why did this happen to me? I was trying to be realistic. I was optimistic. I always had a smile. Everybody would tell you. I would be on the vent and smiling.
Masri got sick before he had the chance to get vaccinated. The virus quickly took hold of his body, and before he knew it, he was fighting for his life in the ICU.
When he arrived in our ICU, he was actually quite ill, mechanically ventilated, and we had to almost immediately put him on a ECMO just to stabilize him.
Dr. James Yoon is a lung transplant surgeon for Cleveland Clinic. He says Masri was transferred here at the request of his family.
When he first came, he was not a candidate for transplant. He was actually too sick. He had infections. He was unstable, and it was not appropriate at that time. However, with our ICU team, nurses, respiratory therapists working on him for a good probably 6-7 weeks, we were actually able to get him in position, even though he was still on ECMO therapy for that entire period, to be considered eligible.
A couple of weeks later, Masri was able to find a donor and was immediately taken into surgery. Everything went well, but recovery proved to be a challenge.
There were so many hurdles, and he needed a couple of procedures to eventually continue his transition off the ventilator.
Masri says it was a tough battle, but he never gave up and has his family and medical staff to thank for that.
Like occupational therapy, physical therapy, you know, all the nurses, the aides, everybody plays a big role.
He also has a message for those who haven't been vaccinated yet.
Be considerate of others around you. Get vaccinated.
For Cleveland Clinic, I'm Brittany Harris.
As most people begin to focus on Christmas now, a program to help children in need is back once again. More after that, after our forecast, as 12 News First Edition continues.
Coming up this week on Black and Gold, today we'll take a look back at the Lions-Steelers matchup from Heinz Field.
Plus, it's back to AFC and primetime play at the Los Angeles Chargers for the Black and Gold.
We'll hear from head coach Mike Tomlin, the players, and we'll see what Jess is cooking in the kitchen. That's all coming up this week on Black and Gold Today.
Black and Gold Today, Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WBOY. Brought to you by Joe Romeo's I-79 Honda.
A cancer diagnosis can be life-shattering. But with determination, perseverance, and a little faith, you can bring the pieces back together to create something beautiful. At UHC Cancer Center, we're in that process together, one piece at a time. Learn more at wvcancercenter.com.
Discover BetMGM Casino and leap into a world filled with all your favorite casino games. Plus, more exclusive ones you can't find anywhere else. The biggest progressive jackpots that keep growing. And as you play, earn M Life points for big-time rewards. BetMGM Casino. Start your adventure today and get 100% deposit match up to $1,000, plus $25 on the house.
Freedom Kia Clarksburg, home of the Mountaineers. Home of the Freedom Kia Advantage.
Having Major Harris around has been great, and it's made a big impact on the staff.
Hey, Mage, toss me that filter. Thanks, Mage.
He is really taken to the job. Score big this fall on a new Kia with 0% financing and no payments for 90 days.
Ready? Break.
only at Freedom Kia of Clarksburg.
For end-of-life decisions, anyone can make a referral. Call West Virginia Caring today to start the process.
Now, the area's most accurate forecast. Storm Tracker 12 weather. Certified storm ready and powered by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, the official cleaning and restoration company of the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Good evening. Starting off, taking a look out from this morning, thanks to a video from our chief meteorologist, Scott Sinkoff. We do see the sleet and ice that we saw earlier that progressed through the early afternoon hours. It is still continuing off to our more eastern counties up in our mountainous regions. We are much cooler, anywhere from 10 to 21 degrees cooler across the region than we were just 24 hours prior to now. So if you are getting out, just make sure you are bundling up. As we take a look currently at our radar here, 30 degrees in Clarksburg, 29 in Morgantown, 30 degrees down in Sutton, and 30 over in Middleburn. But those winds are pretty hefty right now. So it does feel like teens to low 20s across the region with that wind chill. 18 degrees is what it feels like in Elkins, 19 in Buchanan, 20 over in Sutton, and 21 in New Martinsville. All right, and then if we look into the overnight into tomorrow, 23 degrees for a low tonight, so it will be pretty chilly if you are heading out. Just remember, bundle up. You can always take layers off. You can't add any on if you're already out. But that wind speed is between 5 to 10 miles an hour tonight. Warming up slightly tomorrow to the low 40s across the region with another chance of snow late tomorrow night into Sunday morning. But looking at our setup right now, we do see this low pressure system that passed through our region yesterday into today, leaving us all this cold air that was pushed down from our more northern states and western states that has been giving us those really frigid temperatures and those cold winds. But if we take a look at our predictor, we are pretty cloudy for the most part across the region. It is expected to move out of the region into the overnight hours. Apart from the more mountainous counties, they will have cloud cover all throughout. Before we do continue into tomorrow night, where we do get another chance of those wintry precipitation and snow showers for more of our eastern counties and northern counties here. Continuing through Sunday with another chance Sunday afternoon slightly. But continuing on, it should move out into Sunday night. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, 41 degrees for a high tomorrow, 43 on Sunday. Those snow chances will be have to be taken into consideration whenever you're heading out, of course. But then we do warm up pretty nicely for our next week. 47 for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then back up to the 50s for the end of the week, so right back to normal.
The snow was a paid actor this morning, right on cue, right after Thanksgiving to ring in the holiday season.
It was perfect.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. And just a little taste of it, not too much.
Yes.
All right. Now we have our angel tree sponsored by About You Monograms. First up, we have Donovan. He is 12 years old. His code is CLK1164A. He needs a desk, Xbox One games, and room decor. He wishes for a CD player and a DVD player. His favorite things are anime, Fortnite, and GTA. He wears a size large in shirt, 16 large in pants, a medium in coat, and a 7.5 in shoes. Up next, we have Haley. She is 11 years old. Her code is CLK1167B. She needs a winter coat. She wishes for My Life as Dolls, and her favorite thing is also My Life as Dolls, and she would like some Switch games as well. She wears a size 7 in shirt, coat, and pants, and a size 2 in shoes. If you'd like to help out, you can call the Salvation Army at 304-622-2360 or visit the website at salvationarmypotomac.org/Clarksburg.
Such a good cause. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Josh. We appreciate it.
Up next, we have Pet Pride. It's sponsored by Rominger Dental. This is Marcy. She likes to nap, chase the laser, and get drinks from the sink. Marcy lives in Fairmont with Mike and Stephanie Houston. To submit a photo, email rlamp@wbly.com. Isn't she just adorable?
She is, cuddling up in this cold weather. I hope she's staying warm. Thanks, Josh. We appreciate it. We'll check back in with you in a little bit. The Salvation Army has an angel tree in the Meadowbrook Mall for shoppers to adopt angels this Christmas season. Children in Harrison County who families in need help providing Christmas gifts for them have information displayed on a table and hanging on the tree. The angel tree can be found near the entrance of the JCPenney store in the center of the mall. Adoption for the angels began on November 19th and will continue until December 10th.
The importance of this program is so that Christmas can be brighter for a child in the community. We don't want any child to be left without a Christmas. And so this is why we do it, to make families that are less fortunate have what they need. When I was a young person growing up, my family were recipients of the Angel Tree program as a child. I'm grateful for that. And so through the Army, as a young person, they blessed me, and in turn, I want to be a blessing to others.
The Salvation Army Angel Tree can also be found at the Walmart in Clarksburg, or you can adopt an angel online. New York City's iconic toy store, FAO Schwartz, is offering an opportunity for big kids' dreams to come true. Like Tom Hanks in the movie Big, you can now have a world-famous toy store all to yourself, and it's all for a good cause. On select mornings until January 8th, you can get a private access to FAO Schwartz before it opens to the public. The cost is $260, and that'll get you private access and a resident toy soldier escort to tell you about the store's history. And while the price tag may be steep, it's all for a good cause. But the booking fee will benefit Candlelighters NYC, a charity that provides emotional and financial support to children with cancer. The 2020 holiday season was unlike any other, as many families didn't gather due to the pandemic. This year, many families are gathering and plan to over Christmas. But a new survey finds many Americans still plan to play it safe. Barb Consiglio reports.
Emily Litvin is excited to gather with her family for the holidays after having to cancel last year.
I just hope that we can just get back to some normalcy and not have people fear being around each other.
A new national survey by the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center found Americans have eased slightly on COVID precautions, but most will still have some preventive measures in place. About half will ask holiday party guests to wear masks, compared to 67% a year ago, while nearly 3 out of 4 still plan to celebrate with only members of their household. But Dr. Ian Gonsenhauser, Chief Quality and Patient Safety Officer at Ohio State, says the best way to keep yourself and your guests safe is vaccination.
If you're in an environment where everybody is vaccinated, you can really have a normal experience.
The survey found half of respondents will ask about their guests' vaccination status, and 46% will ask unvaccinated invitees to test negative for COVID in order to attend, a precaution that Gonsenhauser admits can be awkward but is necessary to reduce everyone's risk.
If it were me, I would require them to wear a mask if they were coming to an event that I was holding. And I would be interested in knowing if anybody was unvaccinated and unmasked at an event that I was going to attend.
Gonsenhauser says it's also important to stay home if you're experiencing COVID symptoms until you're sure you're not carrying the virus, and to maintain an open dialogue with those you'll be seeing to ensure everyone can safely experience the joys of the season.
Be aware of the precautionary expectations around you. Be ready to fulfill them and adhere to them. That's going to help everybody have peace of mind and certainly reduce risk as well.
At the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, this is Barb Consiglio reporting.
Coming up on 12 News, one place you might not expect to see Santa is underwater. But that's where he was earlier today. Find out why when 12 News continues.
At Rominger Dental, we want your visit to be comfortable, convenient, and quick. Call today to see Dr. J.
Pet Pride, brought to you by Rominger Dental.
Follow Snowbird and WBOY Storm Tracker 12 throughout the weather season. Brought to you by Schaefer Medea Law.
Did you know that every 12 seconds someone is hurt in a car accident? If you are unfortunate enough to be one of those statistics, you'll realize in about 15 minutes that you're not in good hands and the insurance company is not on your side. Attorney Thomas E. McIntyre represents individuals in accidents and fights for the compensation they deserve. If you want personal service from beginning to end, call Thomas E. McIntyre.
If you or a family member have been injured in an automobile accident, a motorcycle accident, or by one of these big trucks on the highway, give us a call. We can help.
Change. It's part of our world. Inspired by the love of Christ, 100 years ago, the Palatine Sisters brought quality health care to our community and changed our lives forever. Since then, St. Joseph's Hospital has innovated, progressed, transformed to provide the best medical care now and for future generations. This is St. Joseph's Hospital, embracing change for 100 years and for years to come.
True Res, the new superior alternative to granite and quartz countertops with stunning colors and finish options. True Res is lightweight and easy to install. It's the #1 choice for the do-it-yourselfer and professionals alike, giving you complete control over your kitchen or bath remodel, all at half the cost. It's sure to make any kitchen or bath countertop a highlight of your home. Find your local showroom at TrueRes.com.
Visit WBOY.com for this week's half-off Hump Day deal. Get $50 worth of gift cards for only $25.
A friendly hello, a warm handshake, and the best home-cooked meals around. That's what you'll find at Jerry's Restaurant and Lounge in Grafton. Everything from barbecue ribs to catfish, all prepared like they just came from your kitchen. Jerry's Restaurant and Lounge. Come for the cooking, stay for the fun.
Go to WBOY.com every Wednesday at 7 a.m. for your new half-off Hump Day deal.
Christmas is on its way, and Santa and all his helpers can be found pretty much anywhere these days. That's including underwater. This is Scuba Santa, and he paid a visit to the Newport Aquarium in Kentucky. He was joined by his elf Randy, along with sharks and turtles and stingrays. And don't worry, you won't have to jump in the shark tank to give Santa your wish list this year. What a cool guy. I didn't know Santa could swim.
Absolutely. Like, who knew?
All right, here's Josh with our final forecast.
Right. 30 degrees as we step out the door this evening. There is a pretty strong wind here in Clarksburg, about 13 miles per hour out of the west, and across the rest of the region it's very similar. Wind gusts could be up to around 25 miles per hour, so make sure you're just being extra careful as you head out tonight.
Those winds will get you. That's where it gets real cold. Thanks, Josh. We appreciate it. That's First Edition on this Tuesday. Be sure to join us back here at 6 o'clock.
West Virginia Tonight is next. We'll see you in about a half an hour.